Put your happy face on. Hey everyone, welcome to another live stream. It's Monday, it's noon, so we're here live. There's a lot to talk about today, and we're going to be covering it all. You might be hearing some booms. I don't know if the microphone is going to be picking up, but must be some sort of celebration happening in Portugal that
I think it's America shooting the
we don't know about.
over us.
It's America. So it's America. Cool. So hey everyone, welcome to the live stream. Apologies for the slight delay, but we're here regardless. There's some things I do want to address right off the bat, some housekeeping, so I don't forget about it. And for those who are catching this slightly after the live, you guys can know as well. Today is the last day that you can sign up for the CT Club at the current pricing level that it is. If you sign up today, pretty much if you sign up before September 1st, 2020, you will be grandfathered in at the original pricing of the CT Club membership at $7 a month. After that, I'll be hiking it up for many different reasons. But anyway, we have over 300 Patreons, which is amazing. And I'm really happy to see that grow. So I hope you guys can get in before that price changes. So hey everyone, hey Tracy, hey Tasman, Richard O, all the OGs of the Crypto Tips live stream. Hey.
What's up, Josh?
Good to see you guys here.
They want the doom and gloom.
Will he bring it? Will you bring it today, Toby?
Yeah.
Can you?
I mean...
Do you have anything prepared?
That other than their printing.
Printing?
Yeah,
okay.
Anyways. Let's get into crypto first.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So there's some news today that came out about CoinMarketCap. And let me make sure you guys have this background. Okay. So yeah, CoinMarketCap had 5 people from their big employees, big leadership of CoinMarketCap has left 4 months after it was bought out pretty much by Binance. Binance spent $400 million to acquire CoinMarketCap. Binance is a very big cryptocurrency exchange, and CoinMarketCap is a very famous website that shows you the happenings of cryptocurrencies, their exchange listings, a little bit of conflict of interest there for sure. Now, the people who left CoinMarketCap after this acquisition, they're neither confirming nor denying the fact that whether or not Binance has asked them to leave or they have left on their own volition. I feel like either of those scenarios kind of speak for themselves, but for sure, at least for the CEO, it can be explained, but the fact that 5 other people also left, maybe, they had conflict of interest within the organization of how Binance wants to change things up. So let's read this off.
It's not even like the best place to check your coins, guys.
Well, it's been my go-to for a long time, and I'm definitely looking for other options.
Hold on,
and I'll probably be doing a video very shortly on the alternatives to CoinMarketCap.
Let's check this out. So DOT.
Yeah.
Or let's see, DOT, yeah. Is it DOT or YFI? Yeah, DOT. Okay, so Polkadot. That is showing up at number 2,174. So DOT, this is something that's been trading almost $500 million in the last 24 hours. And they're really going to put it at 2,174, where CoinGecko, they put it number 6, where it should be.
Isn't it? It's CoinMarketCap. It's ranking it based on the market cap, though. How can they have
huge market cap. You're talking, you're talking a huge supply. You're talking...
Yeah, but market cap, that's how they rank it. CoinMarketCap.
No, I know that, but if you're looking at, so CoinGecko. Mm-hmm. So I'll tell you how much it's actually worth. All right, so you have DOT. Go in here. What is it? It's ranked number 6. Their market cap is $5,765,000,000. Why is it ranked number 2,100 and something? That's ridiculous. It should be number 6. And so that's why, if they can spend $400 million on a an exchange,
Yeah.
I'm sure they can spend a couple pennies to get this stuff right. Because, I mean, it's costing a lot of people a lot of money as well. So, you know, when they want to find out what has the most liquidity and what are some of the top coins, they're not going to see that. They're not going to actually see the truth of that. So, some people say, oh, it's because they want to check out if it's a scam first or whatever. I think Polkadot's kind of proven it's not really a scam. So
it's got some serious backing between from legitimate people in this
exactly.
space. But what's interesting is maybe it's an algorithm hiccup on CoinMarketCap's
$400 million, they could fix that.
But maybe it's an opportunity to get. This is not investment advice, but if you are in our CT club, you know what we did lately. But maybe it's a chance to get in early before it is, you know, bumped up on CoinMarketCap, which is, I think, still the most used analytics kind of thing. There's a lot. I mean, it is. CoinMarketCap is a helpful website for many different things. It has a lot of insights on the particular coins. It has links to their, you know, their Explorer, their GitHub, their official websites and things like that. But hopefully there's competition for CoinMarketCap, because now that Binance is taken over, now that a lot of the original leadership of CoinMarketCap has left, I feel like, I don't know, and especially because Binance has been very vocal in saying that they are replacing those people with their own staff. So I can't think that means it's going to be totally unbiased in the future with the information that they're pumping out about maybe coins that they've delisted on Binance. Maybe they're going to be describing them differently. Maybe they're definitely going to be adjusting the information available for different exchanges that are listed on CoinMarketCap. Like I said, conflict of interest is rampant in that situation between Binance. But let me just read off from this article of Cointelegraph. Again, all of the links for the articles we're going over today are down below in the video description. So the acting CEO of CoinMarketCap, or at least as of yesterday, the acting CEO of CoinMarketCap, Carolyn Chan, is leaving the well-known crypto market data site together with her two colleagues, Jeremy Xiao and Spencer Yang. Additionally, I believe it says 5 executives of CoinMarketCap are out of that company. So the people that are leaving are, again, the acting CEO, Spencer Yang, who is the Vice President of Operations, Growth, and Revenue, Jeremy Xiao, who is the Vice President of Products.
We're probably butchering the name.
Totally. I apologize. Matthew Lipple, Global Head of Design and Growth, and Jared Chin, he's got an easy name, Project Lead and Head of Events. So a lot of head of departments are leaving CoinMarketCap, and of course, it says, when asked whether Binance played a role in the exits, both Chan and Yang declined to comment. And where does it say they're going to be replaced by their own team? Anyway, it does say this in these articles. But so here's maybe an explanation, at least for the acting CEO. You see this often when companies are bought out, is you do kind of see a shakeup in the executive branches of that company. And Chan said that she is leaving the firm with the hope that CMC will assume a more prominent role in cryptocurrency education. Hopefully it will assume an unbiased role in cryptocurrency education. And let's see, it says she has personally hired and trained over a quarter of CMC's almost 50-person team. During her tenure, she played a prominent part in the site's push to elicit more transparent disclosures and accountability from projects in the cryptocurrency space. So she started with CoinMarketCap in 2018. She hired most of their team, and her focus was to push for transparent disclosures and accountability. And she's leaving to be replaced by someone, obviously put in by Binance. So again, that is very important language to take into effect, especially if you are using CoinMarketCap to make investment decisions.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
No, I mean, we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of them.
There are other options CoinGecko.
I mean, I'm sure everybody here is annoyed
like Crypto Compare.
I'm sure everybody is annoyed at the Crypto.com, what do you call it, advertisement when you're trying to like scroll through the coins and stuff. I mean, it's so annoying. Like, Binance, come on, man. Like, get it together. Like, don't shove advertisements in people's faces, you know? You got enough money, you know? Do the right thing a little bit, you know? Otherwise, everybody's going to migrate to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. So
or Crypto Compare.
And you deserve the loss of businesses because of that. Come on. We're not stupid. We're not just a regular customer.
Yeah. Welcome to the crypto space.
Exactly.
Where everyone is definitely awake. Most people are awake. So that's actually going to be the inspiration for the next video I'll be putting out, is the competitors for CoinMarketCap and other options for you guys. Speaking of Binance, let's see. So they have decided to list wrapped Bitcoin, which is essentially a Bitcoin token on the Ethereum blockchain. So people can leverage their position in Bitcoin or the value of Bitcoin onto DeFi platforms. And it definitely puts a lot more liquidity on Ethereum by kind of opening up Ethereum to the Bitcoin market. And this is a trend which I think is great. I know some people will call this like a Bitcoin derivative. I'm not positive exactly how this wrapped Bitcoin achieves its stability compared to the price of Bitcoin, if you're like locking up Bitcoin. But what's interesting is this whole concept of interoperability between blockchains. And for all those maximalists out there who think like there's going to be one coin to rule them all, I think that's not going to work out too well.
No, they're getting pissed off at YFI. I'm going to go over that a little bit in a bit, but yeah. Those Bitcoin maximalists are hating it right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
They missed the boat.
Yeah. But so with wrapped Bitcoin allows you to, again, kind of leverage your maybe position in Bitcoin and use that on DeFi platforms. So you don't necessarily have to be subjected to the price movements of Ethereum. You can stay in the Bitcoin family. But what's interesting again is this whole wrapped Bitcoin concept is a joint initiative by major DeFi players like BitGo, Ren, Dharma, Kyber Network, Compound, MakerDAO, and Set Protocol. It says the token is designed to bring more liquidity onto the Ethereum network with Bitcoin, as well as implement it into the DeFi industry. So you can use the wrapped Bitcoin to keep holding Bitcoin while also using DeFi apps like Compound to borrow or lend money. So again, trying to find that maximum usability of your coins, of the value of your coins. That's what this DeFi and yield farming and writing your own smart contracts to, I forgot. Anyway. Yeah, that's like trying to find the maximum usability of your coins. You thought, we're so ahead of the crowd because we took our money out of our savings account in a traditional bank and put it into crypto.
That's just the beginning.
You can step it up so many times after that using things like DeFi. It's really cool to see all this experimentation and a lot of improvements happening really quickly, actually, in the DeFi space.
Yeah, I mean, DeFi is essentially, it was difficult at the beginning to know like how good it was, and now I'm looking at it going, wow, this is the opportunity for people to actually be a bank, essentially, to loan,
not
to
just to store your own wealth, but at this point to also become the lender that banks are often.
That's unheard of, and so,
cutting them out altogether.
And it's on decentralized network,
keeping the much more of the profits to yourself.
Like banks, oh man,
and the risk,
they're so done.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some risks in DeFi, obviously, with bugs in the smart contract.
Well, the longer this goes on, the more of a chance it's going to survive. It's called the Lindy effect. And
and the more bugs that are taken out, the less bugs that will be existing in the future.
But the more complicated this stuff gets, the more bugs that will be taken advantage of, which is good. Listen, if you are in a coin, or even if I'm in a coin or whatever, and it goes down because there's a bug or whatever, that's good. Like, I'm okay with that, because that essentially, you're helping the network out. The people that are finding bugs, whether they're taking money or not.
You're not the only one learning from that situation.
Exactly.
It's from this open source community. Everyone is learning from that.
Yeah, so you're seeing attack vectors, and those are really good. That helps strengthen the network, because it's like breaking a bone. If you break a bone in one spot, it's probably not going to break in the same spot. With code, you can change it forever, so it's good.
Yeah.
You can fix it.
That whole bone analogy, it's probably not going to break in the same spot, because you might not be doing the same thing again.
Probably.
Hopefully. Yeah. And speaking of this movement on Ethereum with DeFi and this wrapped Bitcoin and all that stuff, we've seen a lot of gas fees being paid for transactions to happen on Ethereum. I know somebody was even asking me, I think it was a Patreon member, asking me about Jax trying to move their coins off of Jax, I believe, and onto a hardware wallet, and the specific application of that Jax wallet is like making the fees even more so than it would be anyway. So just like we've said so many times about like that CryptoKitties incident, we're always seeing examples of scalability needing to be applied, these solutions needing to be applied for Ethereum.
Yeah.
And until that is happening, we're going to continue to see really high gas fees, really slow transactions, and it's unfortunate, but again, it's a symptom of a blockchain that needs to improve.
So guys, this is why it's important to be early in this and to make a move fast, because when you later on, it's going to get really slow. There's going to be all these people trying to cram into one little door, and the fees are going to be enormous. All right.
Yeah. And it might just kind of pause altogether.
Yeah, but if you're already in that coin because you decided to get in early, and you stayed on top of it, you're going to be sitting back and laughing.
And you get in early by not waiting for the approval of other people. You get in early by understanding some of maybe the key technicals that can be very indicative of success in the future, or maybe some fundamentals if you're looking for a coin to hold long term. We've done classes over that, talking about how we research cryptocurrencies before we invest in them. Those classes are provided to the CT Club members that we're always talking about.
But what I do, like right now, okay, the surf is flat for me, so I'm constantly like 7 to 10 hours a day. I'm researching coins. I know we have one chance at this, one chance of getting early. And so, you need to take advantage of that, because, how many other times in your life are you going to experience a bull market the size of what is to come? Probably not a lot. So, take this time, put your time in, and whether you need to, say, see you later to your job or whatever, or whatever your plans are for, the next couple of months, so what, it's perfect to do that, because you're probably not gonna have another chance at this. If you're early in these coins, you're gonna be you're gonna change your life, and if you're not, then yeah, you're gonna change your life too, but it's gonna be super stressful, and you're gonna be competing against a lot of different people. So use this time wisely.
There will be more bull runs.
There are going to be more bull runs, but I don't think it's going to be as nuts as this, because once the mainstream media catches on...
really interesting combination right now between what we're seeing in the global markets with central banks and the printing of money, with people losing jobs, looking for alternative forms of income, looking for inflation hedges. We are in a really interesting and I think unique position with cryptocurrencies. Yeah. So there is that, but just take the time to really understand these cryptocurrency markets before you do things like quit your job. Come on.
I've been telling all of my friends,
maybe not quit your job, but use your free time very wisely. You'd be surprised how much free time you actually have when you take into account what you do during the day. I think maybe that's a little more.
Okay, maybe I'm extreme, but
Toby's
hey,
extreme.
I'm just like, take it, just quit what you're doing and focus on this. Yeah. So, I mean, if it takes me 10 hours a day almost to research coins, and then Heidi's like, how many coins are you getting into? You know, we don't post every single trade that we do.
Try to be a little bit responsible with the platform that we have.
Some of them are ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, like YFI was ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of, if you guys have joined my free newsletter, then you got the publication yesterday and you got the link to today's live stream. You're welcome. But also, if you guys haven't yet already, the link to that is down below in the video description. I encourage you to join up on our free newsletter. I do a write-up, and yesterday I talked about this whole concept of a liquidity-driven bull run, or bull market, really, and what that really means. And I think the perfect personification of that is being shown right now with Yearn Finance, or YFI. For example, at the time that I took the screenshot, which was about, 20 minutes ago, it was at $39,000. What is it at now today? Let's
Probably
see.
39,000.
Let me hit refresh. Oh, 38,389. Like, it's so volatile. But
I mean, it really isn't that volatile.
It's got a tiny supply.
I mean, it's just because of a lot of the DeFi coins are going up 20%, down 20%, whatever. So I don't see it's more volatile than the rest. I just see it as like the supply. There's no supply.
Yeah, it's at 30,000.
And it's locked up stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a liquidity aggregator, you know?
But there's other cryptocurrencies that have very low supply, but they also have zero volume. Like no trading going on.
This one's got almost a billion.
So this one is, it has really unique technicals that are interesting. And I think it justifies, it's explaining the price that we're seeing. And the price movement that we're seeing, it jumped like $4,000 today.
Awesome.
So, this is an example of the liquidity-driven market that I'm talking about. The technicals that people are paying attention to are going to be the supply and the volume. And like, for example, what exchanges is it listed on? Is it involved in the DeFi space? Because without a doubt, that's a very popular field in cryptocurrency right now.
Yeah.
So those who are looking for a quick profit, that's like a go-to, and YFI is certainly displaying that right now. This isn't a...
hold on. And so is like YFL, you know, and YFV. You know, they're all up huge.
It's all tied to it. And if honestly, if you're kind of new to this and you're seeing YFI, you're going to be like, oh, I missed the boat on that. It's at $40,000. But they have these other coins, and I think that's going to see some like leakage into those. So I think they're going to do well as well.
Maybe we should just put down on our group today afterwards and go, hey, these are some of the ones that we are in. And just go, hey, they're incredibly speculative, but go for it if you want.
Do a giant disclaimer like we always do.
Yeah. We are really careful of what we put up. So, yeah.
Oh, Lola. La Lola, 98.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Wow. Hi, she says, hi guys. Yes. Hi guys, how do you know how to size your position on a new coin? How much do you invest as a minimum that could make a difference?
I have, like, for me personally, I have because I'm pretty much the one trading, and so I have a certain amount of ETH that I have for trading or whatever. I have my set position on Bitcoin. I have my set position on
Once
Ethereum.
we've hit those maxes,
I'm not going to add to my Bitcoin anymore. I'm not going to add to my Ethereum
then
anymore.
we take whatever cash flow that we have. Or
So I also take daily profits from staking coins like Tezos and
Energy.
my gosh, Energy and other ones. So like I'll put that together and make kind of a list of what I think I should get into, and then the next day I'll go ahead and invest it, or right away, or like I'll be like up kind of late at night, like trying to figure out how to get into some of these coins, because some of them aren't that easy to get into. So for instance, like if you're on Uniswap and you're trying to get into XYZ coin, it can be really hard to get in if the liquidity isn't if it's inefficient liquidity, you know. So then you can't do that. Then you got to find another way, or you got to just like, if you really think it's going to pump. I mean, I haven't done this very much. I think I've done this once or twice. I'm just like, all right, market it. You know, I'm not going
once or twice. This guy.
no, but not that often. And I'll just go. You know, whatever. I'll suck it up because I know that I want to be the first.
Gonna be okay.
I don't care about making it jump 10% when
because you're
I'm
looking
at a 10x.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's kind of selfish, but yeah.
Yeah, but when you jump the price, then that attracts more people. When it comes
to how much you invest as a minimum,
okay.
When it's like, let's say a super speculative coin, it's not a coin that we are necessarily confident in holding the long term, or a coin that we're going to consider like a core position that we want to hold for long term. Like our rule of thumb is like 1%, maybe 2% if it looks super promising. But we definitely try to be more conservative with these highly speculative coins because, again, if you're getting in early, that risk-reward ratio is pretty high. So it means you don't necessarily need to invest a ton of money to see a huge percentage increase. Mm-hmm. And when we see those huge percentage increases, that's when we take into account profits and reallocate or reinvest or whatever.
But it also depends on how much you're worth, you know what I mean? So if you don't have that much, then maybe not that much, you know. Maybe throw in a coffee or whatever worth of, you know, YFI or something like that. At least be part of it, you know. Like, because if you put $10 in and you know it goes up 100%, that's $20. So
exactly,
sweet.
That's $10 you didn't have any other way. So it is really easy to get kind of talk yourself out of a position because you think it's not worth it or whatever, but it's a really easy way to make just a little bit of profit anyway. So Ken Bozak, 420, thank you for that tip.
Thank you, man.
Very telling numerology there. CoinMarketCap is a scam, I agree. I'll definitely be talking about that in the future video. Thank you for tuning in, Ken. Great to see you here.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of CoinMarketCap.
Cool.
Let's see. What was that thing you were talking about? The last thing you were talking about, we wanted to talk about it during this stream.
Talking about, okay, so like in our last class, we talked about profit-taking strategies and kind of logistics you need to think about. And one thing that we definitely failed to mention that should have, we're going to tell you right now, is this reality of withdrawal limits on centralized exchanges. If you are storing your coins on a centralized exchange, let's say you're new to crypto, you invested some, and you've been meaning to get your coins off the exchange onto a more secure storage option like a hardware wallet or anything else besides a centralized exchange. You're gonna be, and you don't want to go through the KYC, so you're right now, honestly, withdrawal limits are probably not an issue for most people because, maybe your investment hasn't done so much profit yet. Who knows? Maybe if you're a YFI, it has. But that's going to be a thing you're going to have to pay attention to is your withdrawal limits and the increase of value in your coins. It depends. Some exchanges value your withdrawal limits in terms of Bitcoin and some value them in terms of US dollars. But if you're trying to get your coins off the exchange, and it sounds silly, but it's true, it happens during bull runs, is it will take you a long time, because of those 24-hour withdrawal limits to get your coins off the exchange. Similarly, if you want to take profits, you might have to do that as well. There might be deposit limits depending on your KYC situation. Yeah. Of course, we're always proponents of avoiding KYC as best as you can. Familiarize yourself with a decentralized exchange. Get your coins off a centralized exchange, store them properly, and have some peace of mind in that. Yeah.
So, Theta, okay. Yeah, that could do well.
Yeah.
Jeez, there's a lot of questions here. Yeah, anyways.
What happened? Okay. Cool. Mac Trackpad magic.
So, I mean, also with the amount of that these coins are going to go up probably in the next couple of months or year, you're going to definitely need to get your coins off an exchange.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be worth so much that you're going to have a really hard time getting them off. Especially at the peak of the bull, and you're trying to sell or something like that, and you're trying to get it off the centralized exchange. So say for instance, your limit is 2 Bitcoin. I remember it was 2 Bitcoin on Bittrex or whatever back in 2017. Like it can be really hard to get them all off. So make sure you take that into consideration, because you don't need a lot of money.
I mean, if it's coins that you're going to be holding no matter what, and you're just trying to get it off exchange, it's not that much of a stressful situation. But if like you want to use them for something else, or you want to cash out or make a trade, it could be opportunity costs.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something, again, like that class is all about planning ahead, getting your head around the logistics needed for what you need to do. One thing I forgot to mention when we were talking about gas fees on Ethereum. Let's see, what is it, this one? Yes, this article again is down below in the video description, talking again about blockchain interoperability and how it's really for your benefit and for the benefit of any blockchain or project that accompanies this. Eric Voorhees gave a prediction about the current gas situation on Ethereum. He believes the network will grind to a halt under the weight of DeFi transactions, which again, I think happened during CryptoKitties. Like
yeah, they pretty much.
It didn't break
stopped.
the blockchain, but it overwhelmed the miners, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He says, as a result, developers move to other Ethereum compatible chains to keep up with demand while ETH 2.0 remains in development. So again, developers who have been working on DeFi platforms on Ethereum are going to be looking for ways to continue their development, to continue to get exposure to these investors and to service them on blockchains that are very similar to Ethereum, like for example Cosmos. And so he says Ethereum, here's his prediction. Ethereum gas fees ruin DeFi for normal users until Ethereum 2.0, which he says will come out in 1 to 2 years. Judging by the delays of other, upgrades happening on Ethereum, that could be accurate. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. He says to meet demand, developers start rapidly porting DeFi components over to Cosmos via Ether Mint, which just launched and is apparently compatible with Solidity already. So for those of you who are, really active in these DeFi platforms, you're kind of sick of paying those Ethereum gas fees, look into options like this. They do exist, and you can definitely benefit from, like we're always saying, be ahead of the curve, have your head up for the options that you have. Cool. So, Ken Bozak said they will all move to Tron. Well, what's his name? Justin Sun.
We'll see if the 7-year-old can handle that.
Someone had the funniest nickname for Justin's son. Do you remember what it was? I remember what it was. Justin, son of a bitch. He would definitely pay them to move over to Tron, that's for sure.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But thank you everyone who is here in the live stream. It's been about 30 minutes. We try to cap it off there. People tend to have short attention spans. I think we packed in some good information for you guys. Oh, Mark. Hi, Toby and Heidi. Thinking of moving to Portugal. How easy was it to set up the crypto tax status there?
There was nothing.
Yeah.
You're just tax-free.
As long as it's
in for crypto.
Yeah, as long as it's an investment, like an individual investment activities within cryptocurrencies, it's tax-free. If it's like, if you're accepting it as a form of payment for your business, that is a different story.
So I don't ever expect a IRS notification. Isn't that great? Yeah. It's freeing, guys. Tell you what.
Yeah, but thank you everyone again. For those who participated in the super chat, LaLola98, you are the winner today. Epic, thank you so much for that tip. That's amazing. And Ken Bozak, of course, always appreciative for you guys in the chat. And thank you for everyone asking questions, participating. Really cool thing. So I said it like 3 times. Next video will be on CoinMarketCap's competitors. So happy to have that. What are you going to talk about next, do you think?
I don't know. It'll be a surprise.
Toby waits for the news.
Yeah.
But we'll be seeing you guys
It'll
again.
be short and sweet.
Yeah, very soon. In the meantime, hope you're staying happy and healthy. We'll see you soon.